The Ford government has tabled plans to overhaul the long-term care system here in Ontario. Legislation was introduced at Queen's Park just a few hours ago, and it focuses on accountability, enforcement, and transparency.
This is very much about focusing forward.
Enforcement is a key pillar of this bill that's called the Fixing Long-Term Care Act. If passed, maximum fines could be doubled, meaning individuals and board members breaking the rules could be charged up to $200,000 for first offenses. It's $500,000 for corporations. The government could also order takeovers of the most troubled nursing homes.
Similar to what we do for school boards or hospitals. So should there be an issue where the minister or the ministry have to revoke a license, we would be able to put a supervisor in and still operate that home, and made sure that anyone who's ever convicted of a Provincial Offences Act under one of those provisions cannot work again in the sector.
But critics are having a hard time moving on from the nearly 4,000 residents who died from COVID-19 and the many other deaths and heartbreaking stories of abuse and neglect that came to light over the last 2 years.
I think that's the important point. There's no real justice here for those families.
And we took that to the minister shortly after he introduced the legislation. We can't just erase all the things that we know, and for loved ones who witnessed some of the horrors inside these long-term care homes and who lost, beloved family members, where's the justice?
And obviously, people continue to be held accountable. There were charges just this week by the Ministry of Labour in a case in London. But today, the focus and my task is about fixing a system that's been broken.
Some of the highlights of the act have already been announced, such as conducting proactive investigations and doubling the number of inspectors. 30,000 new beds will be created by 2028, with direct care for residents increasing to an average of 4 hours a day. But with troubled nursing homes such as Orchard Villa up for license renewal and expansion, critics are calling this a missed opportunity to truly overhaul the system.
The data shows that quality of care is higher in nonprofit and municipally owned homes.
Why not use this as an opportunity to start transitioning away from for-profit care?
Well, we're always going to select the best operators, but what's important is that they're operating under a very clear set of accountabilities, and that's what this new law does, and a very clear set of enforcements.
Now, the government also announced it will be expanding the wage increase program for personal support workers until March of 2022.